there are some key things in the Battlefield series that we just can't change. We just never change it because that's in the heart of Battlefield. That's kind of how it breathes and lives in a way. So the rock, paper, scissors type of equation we have, all-out warfare needs to always be there because that is Battlefield, big battles. The scalability as well, going from huge maps to like small corridor doorways as you saw in the expansion packs released. So all in all, those are the recipes that we don't want to touch. That's like, we have a core group really overwatching that together with the weapon tweaks and stuff. So making a game, you always want to do everything. But if it's like Lars Gustafsson says, if you do everything, you're going to wind up doing nothing. So you always have to pace yourself in a game development kind of atmosphere. So we were introducing one new game mode that I think is very interesting. That kind of came out of, we wanted to try something new out. So this is how game modes are built. So we wanted to try something new, put it on the map, start playtesting. It's called Obliteration. One bomb on the battlefield, and I have 3 crates, and then you have 3 crates. And we just start playing around. How are we going to disarm it? Are we going to have the same disarm time as on Rush? And what are we going to do with the crates? We're going to have 3 crates, maybe 2 crates, maybe even more crates. All this whole idea, and thinking about the UI as well. So what are we going to show players? We're going to show people carrying the bomb. We're going to have a red light blinking on it, for instance. The biggest change from Battlefield 3 when it comes to team play is that we really thought about how we're going to create a new experience for team play. So this time around you have something called field upgrades, which, so you have a specialization. Maybe it's extra grenade, maybe it's extra sprint. You equip that in your loadouts. Your squad mates have specializations as well. When you're running and performing squad actions like squad heal, squad resupply, grabbing the flag, repairing something as a squad, when you do squad actions, your progression bar goes up, your squad bar, for instance, and the more team player actions you do, the more undefeatable you get on the battlefield. And if your squad gets dissolved, if someone of you gets shot, you don't get set back fully, you just get set back a little bit. But that also ties into the commander mode, because the commander directs the squad. He says, go over there so I can grab the asset called the Tomahawk or AC-130 so we can start owning up the map. So the squad needs to go there, and they take the flag, get a squad point. That's wonderful for them. The commander gets commander points, so he can do vehicle and supply drops later if he's a really good commander. So all in all, it's a chain of scoring things happening for the squad, but we didn't have in Battlefield 3. We want to make maps in various settings. So you have tight urban settings, you have tight infantry settings, you have vast open maps, you have a little bit of a jungle map, you have all that kind of stuff. The evolution moments are in every map, and it's not just the huge things coming down, it's also the smaller things. So just a scenario is that you can cut the power to the elevator in Siege of Shanghai. And imagine that your enemy is cutting the power, you have no helicopters, you have no way of getting up because the elevator doesn't work, and the enemy is kind of fortifying the position where the power button is, or the power cable is for the elevator. So the only thing you can do is to take the tower down, because you need to get that flag to stop the bleed. When you take the tower down, it just comes falling down, changes the environment, flag is positioned over here at the shoreline instead. You will see a huge dam breaking, you will see a levee breaking, and this is the coolest part. We've also shown this in a multiplayer trailer. It's you start out in the city. It's kind of like shantytown, like a Southeast Asian shantytown. Drive around the city with tanks. You break the levee, and all of a sudden the city floods. So not only do you play vertical, but it also opens up for more horizontal gameplay in a straight line, because you need to guide yourself through the buildings. The tanks are switched out and turned into boats.